Hi, I'm Marie Elizabeth Molly, and this is Relationship Alchemy. Today we're going to talk about yearly goal setting that works. I learned this from my life coach, maybe 15 years ago, super long time ago, and I've been doing it ever since. So this is how I recommend you do goal setting from here on out. Write down all your desires, not just specific goals, let's say money goals or travel goals. Write them all down as they occur to you. So you're just going to brainstorm. And if you're in a relationship, this is also really fun to do together. And you're going to create a relationship goals sheet that is separate and additional to your own. Or you can just create a collaborative one if you prefer. But you start by just brainstorming a bunch of different things you want. And these can be practical things and wildly impractical stuff that you'd love to have happen, but you don't actually ever think will happen. All of it goes on the paper. I do this on the computer. You can do this by hand, but it's easier to do on the computer because I'm going to ask you to reorder things, which is much easier to do on the computer than a handwritten situation. So once you have your list, and this can be as long as you want, just be wildly inventive and imaginative and put it all down. Stuff you want for yourself, stuff you want for your family, stuff you want in all different areas of your life, such as your body, your spiritual life, your emotional life, your travel or experiences you want to have in the world, home, things you desire for your home. And when I say things, I mean experiences, but also stuff. You can write it all down. Then you're going to look at this giant list you've created and begin to sort it into 3 categories. So the first category is the A category, and that is things that are the highest priority that you're going to put your attention toward first. These will be no more than 10 things on this overall big list, preferably even fewer. So your A priorities are really that. They are your A number 1 priorities. B is going to be your next set of priorities. And the B priorities are ones that you're going to do something about, but they're not as high a priority as an A. Now, as you begin to complete your A priorities, you're going to look at your B priorities and see what you want to move up to be the next A priority. But in the meantime, the things that live in the B priority list are things that you definitely want to take action on at some point, again, but not just yet. Then the third way you're going to categorize this list is a C priority. And the C priorities, those are the nice to haves. Those are the dreams, like I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro someday. Like you're not going to put any energy toward booking the trip or training for that hike, but you'd love to do it. Like for me, I would say walking the Camino in Spain, the Camino de Santiago, lives in the C category for me. Like it might move up to a B at some point, but for now, it just lives in the C. Someday I'd love to do a pilgrimage where I walk the Camino from Spain to all the way over to Santiago de Compostela. But I'm not putting any energy toward it. I'm not even looking at websites. I'm not booking a trip, nothing. It just lives over there in the C list as a dream someday that I may someday put energy toward, but not now. That C list is actually important because it's part of giving yourself permission to want wildly, to free your desire, to want impractical things that may or may not ever happen. It contributes to allowing a free flow of your creativity and a permission for yourself to be a desirous being, because we have so many messages that from culture and religion and history and all of this probably family too, to not want too much, to not want above our station, to not dream too big. We have so many messages like that. So the purpose of the C part of your list is to liberate you from that shit and be a freely wanting person without the pressure to have to make it all happen. This is why it's so important to make your list as big as you want and then prioritize it in a practical way. What you're going to put your attention toward first, your highest priorities right now, that's your A, and it's no more than 10 things. Then your next priorities that you definitely are going to put energy toward, but they just are not as high in importance as the A's. So you'll get to them after the A list. And then the C's are all the desires that are just, impractical. Maybe you never do, but it's fun to want and it's fun to dream about. Those go in the C list. Now, once you've categorized these 3 parts of your list, get to work on which A priority you're going to start taking action on first, and start taking action. This is how you actually have a to-do list and a desire list with teeth that actually has you do something. And if you've created a relationship, if you're in a relationship and you've created a relationship list like this, which I highly recommend doing, it's great to get on the same page with your partner about what are we focusing on this year? What are the parts of our relationship that need tending? Where are we going to put our energy? What are some dreams that we have? Maybe we want to go to Paris for Bastille Day, whatever. Maybe that goes in the C. Like, we're not going to go to Paris this summer, but someday that might move up into the B, and it might even move up into the A. So as a couple, you can also do this in relationship and create your ABC list for the year. And I suggest you review this list, whether it's the personal list or the relationship list or both, at least quarterly, monthly really, but at least quarterly. Take a look at it, see what you've completed, move it off of the A category if you completed it, choose which B items you want to move up into the A, and then that's your focus for the next quarter. So by creating the big list and then chunking it down into more quarterly or even monthly actions, you're much more likely to get through the main priorities and accomplish the things you want to accomplish for the year. And you'll keep your attention on your desires and where your relationship feels great and where you want to improve it and where the energy is moving for you as a couple if you're in a relationship. So this has been an episode, a perfect January episode for creating an action list or a to-do list for the year that you'll actually do something with. And again, it's something I learned from my coach, Dave Ellis, about 15 or 20, almost 20 years ago. And it's just been the process I've used ever since. So enjoy. And for more support around things like this, around dreaming big and taking action and actually organizing your desires in such a way that you'll make them happen, it's really great to have a coach. And so I invite you to reach out to me and start that conversation if you feel that having a coach would be helpful to you personally or to you relationally, if you are interested in improving how you relate and creating processes and practices with someone you love that are going to lead to more love and connection. I am here. So reach out to me at the links below in the show notes, and I look forward to speaking with you. Until next time, remember that a great relationship starts with you.